With me via telephone, all the way from Detroit, Michigan. He is in his 70s. This is his first radio interview, to my knowledge. He just released his debut album. Please welcome the one and only Reb Pinchas Wolf.
Hello, Yossi. It's a great pleasure to be on your show. And first but not least, I want to thank Hashem Yisborach for enabling me and giving me the koyach hanagina and the koyach to compose, the ability to compose, and to share my nigunim with the world. On the album Shirei Pinchas, and I want to thank all the singers that are on the album: Benny Friedman, Yoeli Greenfeld, David Kabeh, Shlomo Simcha, Shimi Engel, Mordechai Shapiro, and the Yelet Pella, Shimi Weberman did such a beautiful, beautiful job singing Katshenu V'Mitzvosecha.
That he definitely did, Pinchas. By the way, how are you today, Pinchas?
Baruch Hashem, fine. I'm trying to get some sleep because I didn't sleep much on Shavuos. Of course, Man Matan Torah Seinu.
Right.
And I believe that every day you have to be Mekabel the Torah. Every day.
I know, definitely. So, Pinchas, a 50-year journey for you. How does it feel now that the albums are finally in stores, available everywhere?
Well, how it feels, I feel, actually, I'm going to use the word relieved.
Relieved.
Because for many, many, many years, for so many years, I did not release my nigunim to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a long story, but when I believe I may have mentioned this story to you when I was a bocher. I started composing when I was 10 years old, and when I was a bocher, I ate shabbosim by a rov. I'm not going to mention a name, no lashon hara whatsoever. And I composed the niggin that Shabbos at his table. The niggin was taken. He ran a camp, and he took the niggin to the camp, and he taught it to the children. And a year later, this goes back almost 50 years ago, I bought a record. In those days, they didn't have CDs, DVDs, whatever. They had the long play records, and I played the record, and I hear my niggin. And the composer was someone else. I was very upset, and I made a nether. Mm-hmm. I will never release my nigunim to the public. But I kept composing, and well over 100, maybe 150 nigunim already. And then 9 years ago, I became very ill. And my wife was told that I have 10 days left. I got rushed to a university hospital in Ann Arbor. They cured me very quickly. And 2 years ago again, I was ill again. I had surgery. And again, they had to call the codes. I was gone already I was already in Hashemayim. They brought me back. And I realized that what Hashem wants me to do is release my nigunim. And so I had Heter Nedarim, and...
well, every year you do Hataras Nedarim, right?
Of course, we do Hataras Nedarim. But for some reason, I kept that nether. And several couple of years ago, when I did set Kol Nidre, I said to myself, that's it, and I began to sing my nigunim all over the place. And I have to thank you because I contacted you, I think it was a year and a half ago, and discussed with you about writing a Sefer HaNigunim. And you talked me out of it, and I'm so thankful for that. But the idea may have not been a good idea. to write a sefer nigunim in musical notes, and how many people are going to be able to read it and hear it and so on, or sing it. And you mentioned that I'd be better off just putting the nigunim on albums. And here I am with Shirei Pinchas.
And that was before I heard any of the songs. Now that I hear them, I would say, are you crazy? You weren't going to release these to the world?
That's what Yoli Greenfeld told me.
See, people know talent when they see it,
I agree. I agree. But, I didn't know which route to go. And I thank Hashem Yisborach for steering me in the right direction. And I thank you also for helping me go in the right direction.
My pleasure. We're all just tools anyways. With me via telephone, Pinchas Wolf, all the way from Detroit, Michigan, talking about his debut album, first album ever, Shirei Pinchas, 11 beautiful tracks. And from rumors that I've been hearing and from stuff that I know behind the scenes, you already have another song recorded, and you're starting to work on a second album in the next few months.
Yeah, after the Yomim Norim, I'll begin with another album.
So it seems that this album lit like a fire in you. I mean, you're getting enjoyment out of seeing your nigunim produced the way I guess you envisioned, or maybe some of them even being surprised at the production of how they're coming out. Maybe you didn't envision them at quite that way, but I guess you're really happy with the results for Pinchas.
I am very happy with the results, and hopefully, with the blessings of Hashem Yisborach, I'll be happy with the results coming in the next album, and many more. And as long as I have the koyach, and you have to be healthy,
100%.
I'll continue.
Well, we are looking forward to it. As a matter of fact, the album released just last week, and a week later, not even a week later, Ani Mamin coming in at number 2 on the top 9 at 9. It had a staggering amount of votes, and this is a song that we both discussed that would probably be huge, but again, we didn't know what people are going to think, what people are going to hear. And the funny thing is, I was playing it last night, and I was getting requests and asked from listeners, is this a new song? Is it an old song just redone? And we're like, no, Pinchas Wolf's songs have never been recorded, and it's truly a beautiful, haunting song. Yerli's voice does it amazing justice.
Yerli was unbelievable, and he sang it exactly the way I wrote it. Nothing was changed. This Ani Mamin several years ago, I was watching a clip where the Yidden were walking to the crematoriums, and they weren't singing Ani Mamin. There was some music and a choir singing Ani Mamin as they were showing the clip, and I said to myself, for a long time I wanted, even before I saw the clip, words. I didn't know what words to use to memorialize the Kedoshim Shenehegu Al Kiddush Hashem, 6 million Yidden that went to the gas chambers. I didn't know what to use, but when I saw the clip and I heard Ali Mamin singing, playing and singing as they were walking to the gas chambers, I broke down. I said, this is what I have to do. And minutes later, it just came to me. The niggin came to me, and I didn't want, when a niggin comes to me, they usually come with the words. It's amazing. I don't come up with some kind of music or niggin without the words. They come together with the words. Mm-hmm. Almost every niggin. Once in a while, I sing a niggin without words. And it stays that way, and I call those dveikus nigunim. But 99% of the nigunim I compose, they come to me from Hashem Yisborach with the words. It's amazing, and so I recorded quickly so I shouldn't forget what I'm doing.
Right.
Yani Mamin on a recorder, and then I wrote down the notes, and it's the Yani Mamin that you heard, and that's on the that Yali does.
It's a beautiful niggin, and I
Beautiful,
can't believe that they both come to you at the same time because the one question composers get over the years is what comes first, the niggin or the lyrics, or the niggin, and you, contrary to what most composers say that you're lucky enough to have both come at the same time.
Well, I learned how to improvise at a very young age from Chazan Shia Vider, a very, very famous Chazan, was in Montreal. And I was introduced to him when I was 12 years old by Chazan Herschel Stern in Montreal.
Right.
And in Montreal, there was also Chazan Tzvi Halperin, Olav Hasholam. And he was tremendous, tremendous Chazan. I was a Chazan of the Young Israel in Montreal. I sang in a choir for 2 years, Yomim Noron. And then I was at Yossi Zweig's house for many, 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 many days during the week. And he was a tremendous, tremendous improviser. And if you heard him daven, he was unbelievable. And he taught me how to improvise. How did he teach me how to improvise? Whatever comes to your head, he said, just do it. Like, for example, I davened for the Yom the second day, Shavuos, during the Hallel, and it was all improvisation. And then I sang the niggin over and over again during the Hallel, and the Oilim began to learn the niggin right there and then. Pischuli, Shirei Tzedek, and Amashpili Leroy's, and it comes to me with the words, and nothing to tweak or nothing to correct. It just comes that way.
Amazing.
Baruch Hashem, that Hashem gave me that the inspiration and the koyach hanegina like this. I'm so thankful.
Well, I know that we are extremely happy that you're there. So the All-Star album includes some of the biggest names in Jewish music. Going through them right now, I see Shimi Engel, Yerli Greenfield, Benny Friedman, Shlomo Simcha, David Gabay, child soloist Shimi Weberman, and newcomer Mordechai Shapiro. Now, from our discussions and from hearing some of your stuff, people think, you're a chazan, you're probably writing cantorial pieces and slow pieces, but there's some really nice fast stuff on the album, especially Mordechai Shapiro's Gil Arena is a very, very up-to-date...
Mordechai Shapiro's Gil Arena is something very, very, very special. And he did an unbelievable job with it. And the Oilam needs to hear it. It's an incredible interpretation. It's a fast song. It can be done by chasanas, and I believe it's going to be very, very, very popular. And there's a lot of variation in this album because every song is different. And Gil Arena is a little bit of a modern twist that it has to it.
No, it definitely does. And last week we played Benny Friedman with Teretz Sivalanu, also a beautiful niggin.
Yeah, hopefully the children will learn it. It's an easy niggin to learn, and the children will sing it.
Okay, well,
and,
the album is Shirei Pinchas for Songs of a Pinchas Wolf. It's available on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Music. If you want, you can get it in stores. You can download it through nigginmusic.com. There really is no excuse why you don't have the album because it's available everywhere, right, Pinchas?
That is correct. Yes, it's available. Wherever they sell albums, every bookstore.
I have a listener here, listener Ruvain. He says, I must tell you, this man must be a tremendous tzaddik. I'm really impressed with him in this interview. There should only be more people in his madrega. That's what listener Ruvain says right now about you, Pinchas.
Yes, koyach, Ruvain. Yes, koyach.
Before I let you go, I want to play a wedding song because now that Shavuos is over, weddings are back into full swing until we hit the 3 weeks now. So, which wedding song would I play? Do I play Gil Arena? I was going to play Gil. Yeah. Yeah, Pinchas?
Well, it's between Gilva Ritter and Sameach Tasamach from Shlomo Simcha. And by the way, Shlomo Simcha gave me a lot of chizuk when I spoke to him for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, the song on the album Sameach Tasamach was actually composed in the car on the spot while we were driving to Naftali Schnitzler's studio. And by the way, I need to thank Naftali Schnitzler for doing a
100%.
good
The album
job,
was produced.
tremendous job, and he put a lot of koyach in the particulars and on every little particular that I wanted to, to
All the nuances, as they say, right?
yeah, all the nuances. That's the right word. I'm from the old school. I started speaking English when I was like 12, 13 years old.
You wouldn't know it today, but yeah, Naftali Schnitzler produced and arranged the entire album, as it says in the album, music by Naftali Schnitzler, and of course features the Meshurim Choir on it, which I know you were thrilled with. I know you had a good time with them in the studio, Rav Pinchas.
Yes, I surely did, and they did such a wonderful, wonderful job. I actually sat there when they recorded Shubi Nafshi, and I was amazed. They did so well with it. Yeah.
Pinchas, I want to wish you Hatzlacha Rabbah and a wonderful summer, and we can't wait to see what new is coming out from you.
Thank you very much, and you will hear again in the near future after the Yom Noraim. I'll be dedicated to release series number 2. I don't know what you want to call it, but we'll call it Shirei Pinchas number 2.
Well, if you had two names, if your name was Pinchas Simcha or Simcha Pinchas, you can call the second one Shirei Simcha. Anyways, yeah, Pinchas.
And we should be Zeiche that the Shana Haba, but even tomorrow, that we should all sing and dance together with Mashiach Tzidkenu b'meir of the Yomein.
Amen, Pinchas Shkoyach. Ladies and gentlemen, Pinchas Wolf.